Hi, this is Starlene Hammond, and this is my presentation of my ePortfolio, signaling that I am almost done with my degree, which is exciting. This is my candidate information and my professional personal goals in the next 2, 5, and 10 years, which is exciting to put down, but we all know that there's a plan for us. So in the 2 years, I can see myself being an assistant principal, moving up to a principal. I'm hopefully staying in the state of Oklahoma. And in 10 years is the most exciting. My husband retires. And so I'll be transitioning into a new life. As you see, my personal goals relate to my sons and raising them and how my career fits into their life. Philosophy of education. My leadership philosophy, which I enjoyed making in one of my classes to obtain my degree. The quality of a leader is reflected in the standards they set for themselves. What a great quote. My program of study shows the classes that I took when I completed them. Every one had its own personal rewards and challenges. Next is an updated resume to show that I am in the process of completing a master's degree in building leadership, and all of the teaching experiences and professional jobs I've had in the past. My bibliographies really pertain to special education and the enormous research that I did for my research paper, my very last class that I took this summer, and how inclusion of special education students affect general education students. And after researching many days, I found that there's just not much opinion or empathy or perception from a general education student. Our special education students are served well and protected, and justly so. The reason why I did special education in the general education classroom is because I really thought that my next step would be becoming a teacher in special education and knowing the ins and outs of that life or career, if you will, before becoming a principal, because that is so important for a leader to know. Some of my district activities included board meetings, county collaboration meetings, and this is the first time I'm mentioning this, so I'll explain. The county of Kay County, Oklahoma has several schools in the county, but 3 schools, Blackwell, Tonkawa, and Newkirk, have decided to join forces and collaborate among the teachers, elementary, middle school, and high school levels. And I've had many task and leader roles in that county collaboration. Technology trainer, I was able to train the entire district on live binders because we needed a place for our data and our resources that we were creating through our Kay County collaboration, and I had experience with live binder before. Engage Oklahoma is just a great professional development over the summer to keep us our teachers engaged. The first year that I did it, I included everyone from pre-K to 12, and so that was a lot of work getting everybody organized and transportation and tickets and things like that. I've been a part of special education meetings in the district with the superintendent to make sure that we're following guidelines and that we have comments and ideas to better serve our special education students. State mandates for testing in the upper elementary. I teach 3rd grade, and in the state of Oklahoma, 3rd graders have to pass a reading test before they can go to 4th grade, so it's a really big deal, and lots of changes are made every year, and so we have to keep up to date, and so I'm able to be a part of that and sit in with the State Department. This elementary, of course, I'm an elementary teacher, so a ton of my activities came from the elementary and was rather easy for me to obtain. The things that I have listed here is autism training, and I went on, after the professional development, went online to create a certificate in training in that area. curriculum maps is this in the colored section. I love creating our curriculum maps for the year, and so I did that for all third grade teachers in reading, science, and social studies. The Google Drive for County Collaboration is how we kind of started collecting our data and resources, and soon found that LiveBinder worked better for us. I'm a third grade team leader in the building, and so I'm responsible for all of the activities that go on in our grade level, and finances, testing, portfolios, anything like that. I'm in charge of, and we meet on a weekly basis. Engage 2017 was just like the district, but I only included elementary teachers because we had so many interested after the first time of going. I was able to organize, along with other teachers, a police officer week assembly, which was September 30th, and my husband is in the picture. He's a Kansas State Trooper, and so he was able to attend the assembly where our 2 boys go to school, so that was neat. I put the lesson plan on this page to remind me how much work that I put into my lesson plan template, and also that the principal of the building has asked me to share that with several teachers, and so it's really gave me an opportunity to provide professional development to other teachers. In the secondary level, of course, it was really difficult for me to get activities in the secondary level, and then I just had to get into the building and do some work myself. So the first thing is, this is my son, and he was in 6th grade at the time, and he was involved in TSA, which is Technology Student Association, and I was able to monitor students, check eligibility for competitions, and then be very active in the competition at Lawton, Red Rock, and Blackwell, Oklahoma. Technology training for the middle and high school teachers, I've mentioned that, and that was a separate day in the summer that I did that. We did an active shooter drill at the high school, and so getting those students prepared for what was going to happen. Of course, school for students did not occur that day. It was just staff and the emergency response team. So that was interesting, getting the kids ready for what was about to happen and preparing them. And the last thing that I worked on was eligibility for summit trips, and it's students with exceptional grades in the middle school get to take a trip every quarter. And so sometimes that means going to the YMCA or something really big. So I enjoyed working on that, and then getting to go on the trips. Under this tab is my activity form, of course, and my activity log, which I was concerned that it doesn't have all of my activities listed yet. I do remember it taking several days to upload, so I'm hoping that is the case with this time too. And then my administrator evaluation. My internet may be really, really slow to see it. Going on to the reflection tab, and then I'll try to come back. I really enjoyed making the reflection of my degree. It was very rewarding, and also made me go within myself and figure out or explain how I felt and why, and what could have been different. I only had one thing to compare this degree to, and that was student teaching. And so it was, the practicum for this master's degree was nothing like that. And so it was very different. And I did seek a traditional college to achieve my bachelor's degree. And so I was very excited to see what online learning was like. And that's kind of what my analysis come from, or my question is, does a traditional way of seeking a leadership degree hold more value than receiving a leadership degree online? And to answer the question, several things have to be taken into consideration. The first thought is, one is attending a traditional college. Would they be able to hold a job outside of college? And that was very hard for me. Another is how involved the leaders of the building are in maintaining and continuing education of their teachers and staffs, and that's what I ran into with this degree. And this particular building is the support from the administration, and the staff was awesome, but getting a leadership role when I needed it for the program. That is it for my ePortfolio, and I am anxious to get to talk to Dr. Moody about it. Thank you.